Okay. Think we're live? Okay, guys, we are live from Taiwan. I am joined by the man, the Ferrari of benchmarking, Steve from Hardware Unboxed.
No flat tires.
Yeah, no flat tires this time. He's on. he's on his game. So, how you guys doing? We're going to announce the giveaway winners for the AOC giveaway. It's international giveaway, and we're going to pick 2 winners, 1 for each channel, and we're going to draw it live. Because, in my opinion, if you're doing giveaways, if you guys enter giveaways too, I think you guys should be requesting that they're given away live. That way, you know there's no funny buggers, there's no crap going on. We've heard of all these scams going on in the past on giveaways.
It's a legit giveaway.
Yeah. So you guys are going to be joining us. We're going to be picking the winners live. And then after that, we're going to join you guys in chat and just hang out and answer your questions. If you've got questions for the Benchmark King, who's, Ferrari. The color's red.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Move on.
All right, guys. So basically how I've set this up is we are going to share our screen. And then we're going to share the screen with you guys. Like, why not? You know what I mean? So we've got XSplit running here. It's going to look crazy. But we're going to draw the winners live. So it should be good, especially if you've got the live monitoring here too.
Yeah.
So
that's it. Someone's already asked what happened to the Ghost Recon Keys.
Oh, yeah, it's coming. So that's what I was going to talk about. There's 1,000 comments. We're going to pick out the funniest comments live right now. But there's literally 1,000 comments on the video, so we'll try and go through. We'll go through
a good number.
Yeah, we'll go through a good number and read them out because some of them are pretty funny. I have been reading them. Yeah, so I'm going to go with first come, first serve. The first 5 funniest comments that we read from the first.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's realistic. We don't have enough time to go through 1,000 comments. So.
Yeah, so we got a lot of entries. Of course, that isn't how many users there were. I believe there was over 10,000 users. So
yeah, I think about 12,000. Yeah.
Yeah, so your chances are a lot better than Gold Lotto. So a lot better than Gold Lotto.
And the prize is a lot better. So.
Yeah. So exactly too. Yeah, 240 hertz. Okay, let's do it. Draw one winner. I'm gonna draw it. It's drawing now. We're drawing one winner. We're gonna do it. Okay, Julius Barnas Republic of Lithuania. You are the first winner. Congratulations, dude. That's really cool because that's a guy from Europe. I got a lot of people from Europe are subscribed when I check my analytics. That's really cool. Awesome. So congratulations. Here's the first winner. You will... Oh, sheesh, man.
What?
We're showing his email live. Like, now I'm going to get spammed by... So, Julius, I'm emailing you, okay? And you have to reply. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Because, I'll get, like, a lot of guys spoofing emails. Like, hey, I'm Julius, man. I won the email. Here's my address. Ship it to me.
Yeah, you have to get him to comment or something.
There'll be, like, 50,000 Juliuses sending me a message. So, all right, there's one winner. You want to click it. You got to click it. Draw your one winner. Steve's doing it right now.
Here we go.
Okay, here's the second winner. This is intense. Steve's picked it.
No chance it'll be an Australian.
We got it. Who's it going to do? Philippines.
Yeah,
Christopher Del Rosario. Do you want to read it out? Or? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think you just done it from the Philippines. So.
Congratulations, guys. So 2 of you guys won the AOC monitors. So we are going to message you guys. You have a week to respond. I think that's fair.
That's fair, yep.
And if you don't respond, then next week... draw another winner live or another 2 winners if you guys don't respond, because I think that's part of it, right? Like, we want to make sure that people are actively... It's a giveaway for the subscribers.
That's right. Yeah, it's for the guys that watch the channel.
Yeah,
so that's the idea.
All right, so here we are. We are going to move to chat now with you guys. Have a bit of a fun time. So we'll take this off here, then we can come back. Congratulations to you 2 guys, Julius, and who was your winner? Do you remember his name?
Christopher. Of course I remember.
He's got his cheat sheet. So, yeah, if you guys are wondering, the voice of mine is gone because I've been partying for like every night. The Corsair, it's really good. Corsair are really
Brian's
cool.
been partying. I've been working.
Yeah, man, it is good. Like, Taiwan, guys, if you like nightlife, then come over to Taiwan. It's really good. Like, it's next level good.
The hardware's also pretty good as well. If you're into computers, there's some stuff to see.
It's surprising. Like, I did the vlog. The new parts were like pretty much, even dare I'd say, more expensive than Australia.
Yeah, I don't think it's too surprising though.
Like I would expect graphics cards and like CPUs.
You were hoping it was just really cheap.
Yeah, like 80% of what you'd pay in Australia.
Taiwan was a bargain bin.
That's what I like for new parts because they're manufactured here. It's like you look at for instance the oil. It's manufactured in Arabian countries. They charge like 10 cents a litre. I heard. Taking care of the locals. It's like I thought, they would have taken.
If it was really cheap here, though, there'd be so many scams with people sending hardware to Australia and countries like that.
eBay would light up, wouldn't it?
It'd be worth coming here just to start an account.
I guess at the end of the day, it is hard to balance, right? It's a hard balancing act. So we also have really good internet here. I think the uploads are like 20 megabits per second on wireless. So Australia, what are you guys doing? I got 2 megabits per second. So
it's gonna be good for uploading those videos.
Yeah, hopefully the color's better too. So.
Yeah, they'll take minutes instead of hours.
Yep, and guys, again tonight we are going to another Corsair party.
Are we? I'm not ready for another one.
Oh man, Corsair partying RGBs. But I was speaking to the guy who makes the air cases.
Yep.
Dude, I was fanboying him hard. I was like, dude. And everyone's just like, oh, that's the guy who makes the air cases. I'm like, that's the guy who makes the air cases? And he was happy. Like,
well, their air cases are some of their best for sure, I would have thought.
They're amazing, I remember the first time I saw one, I was like, damn, that's proper.
I used them for the test systems for quite a while.
Yeah, they're legitimately good. And this is the thing about case cooling, right? When you guys have a good airflow in your case, it helps. Like, it legitimately helps overclocking. I remember I was like, I did this as like, I haven't even done it on a camera or anything, but I remember doing my overclocking Ryzen, and I'd open the side panel, and within a couple of minutes my stability crash would crash. And then if I close it, it'd just go all night and all day. So
well, that's the passively cooled components as well that aren't getting the airflow once you take the door off.
That's it.
So yeah, a lot of guys think with the door off you'll actually get better temperatures, but not necessary.
If you get the
if you
get the not necessary Lee. So you get the
they knew what I meant.
Yeah, but the old school, if you guys are on a budget, of course the old school way is never going to fail. Just get the massive desk fan and have that crap blowing air.
Yeah.
And it's a $2 fix, so
yeah,
there you go.
It's not a $2 fix because you need about $10 for a good set of earmuffs, and then you're set.
Yeah,
and
that's
that
true.
Works well.
How's the audio too? So we haven't really and no one's complaining. Well, no one's complaining about the audio, so
not yet.
So people are joining in. Yeah, who's the winners? We have the winners up here, so we can quickly share that again. Okay, so there's the winners there. If you guys missed them, there's the 2 winners. They were drawn live, so you can click back anytime and you can see. Fully legit. Congratulations, guys! Again, you got 240 hertz.
No American winners, no Australian winners. So.
Yeah. Oh, I remember I saw that. I saw the thermal take giveaway comments section. That was brutal. That was people were so mad that
the Aussies weren't too happy, were they?
Well, I mean, the bottom line is like, I was reading some of the comments. It's like that giveaway was especially touted as an Aussie NZ giveaway kind of thing.
Well, it was through NZ thermal take, but my channel's global, and I announced that it was a global giveaway.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think 70% of the guys that did enter, and this is for, by the way, the Thermaltake Ryzen PC that I gave away, and something like 70% of all guys that entered were from the US. So it was a good chance someone from the US was going to win that one. But anyway.
Rock on.
Yeah, we'll be doing another, should I say that?
Yeah.
Full PC giveaway soon.
It will be coming, yeah. So we've got to get the details for that, but we're getting people on board, and we want to give you guys, like 3 machines. I think we've got to talk.
Yeah.
So we've got to still maybe tee up a third guest for the giveaway.
And the cool thing is they're all going to have different specs. So different graphics cards, CPUs, all custom built. So but it'll be very cool.
I think I know what your system's going to be.
One of those new Intel CPUs with an NVIDIA graphics card?
No, that's probably mine. I'm actually, here's the rumor. The rumor is Intel, the Kaby Lake X CPUs are actually going to be good. That's the rumor on the street.
Well, they're not going to be bad.
But you know why they're going to be good?
Price.
But you know why they're going to be good?
Why is that?
Because they're going to be soldered, and apparently they're going to overclock a lot better than the Kaby Lake mainstream CPUs. Weird.
Yeah, that's very weird.
That's the word on the street, guys. Heard it here first. So
I think I'll try and do a Threadripper system then if you're going to go Intel.
I'm not I don't really care. Like, I actually love Ryzen.
Yeah,
it's really good.
It's all good.
Yeah, the R5-1600. We've been both fanboying that pretty hard. Like, that's a really good CPU.
Yeah, 6-core processor for that price with 12 threads. It's hard to beat. Well, it can't be beaten right now.
Can't be, no.
Unless they slash Broadwell E, and that's not going to happen.
But that's the thing. Like, I think when we get into it, it's everything else. The motherboard's so cheap, and it comes with a cooler.
Well, it works well on a B350 board, and I think they start at something like $70 US for a decent board that works well. So
even the bottom of the barrel boards, they give you that, that ability to overclock like pretty well. Yep. So what's there not to love?
Yeah. Well, what's the cheapest Broadwell board? It's got to be 150.
Oh, Broadwell E.
Broadwell E, yeah.
So yeah, apparently, one guy was telling me about the 5775C. He reckons that's the best gaming CPU. You had one, didn't you? Did you test it?
They are actually good, but they're very expensive.
Did you test? Because he was telling me some motherboards don't have that ability to use that level 4
cache.
Yeah, cache. Yeah, however you want to roll.
Yeah, I don't know about that, to be honest with you.
So some of them don't have the ability to use it, but apparently the Asus motherboard can utilize it.
Okay, I wouldn't have thought it'd be motherboard dependent, but
yeah, that's word on.
I honestly, I do have one, and I have tested it. I honestly haven't used the Broadwell Core i5s for a long time, mainly because no one's interested.
I was hitting him up. I was like, dude, can you send it to us? And like, I'll
never get it back.
Yeah, I'll just test it and keep it. Like, what up?
Yeah. Now they were very cool. I mean, having I think 128 megabyte level 4 cache.
Yeah.
That's very cool. And yeah, I don't know enough to talk about it, but there's sometimes the software can use it if the the integrated graphics isn't utilizing it. So that's why it's good in games.
Yeah.
So games can use that massive buffer.
And apparently it's smooth, like super smooth. Like you imagine smooth. You've got next level like butter just melting on your face while you're playing games. Apparently.
That's how it works.
Yeah, avocado butter. Avocado tastes pretty good, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Taiwan, man, the nightlife here is really good. So if people coming over, like people think Japan was good or something like that, this place is just more open. Like Japan's really crowded, like Tokyo.
Yeah.
Oh, Tokyo. You go into a club in Tokyo and you just, yeah, man, we're gonna get a drink. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Well, I've only seen Sunday night, of course. So
yeah.
I got in last night, quite late. I think it was 10 o'clock before I got here.
You got to tell them about that. What? Man, tell them the story. Come on.
Where do I start? Well, first of all, the first leg of my journey went well. I got to Hong Kong, but the problem was I had a 2-hour layover in Hong Kong, and my original flight was delayed an hour and a half. So by the time we disembarked and all that, I had something like 5 minutes to get to my next flight. And I was told that was delayed by 45 minutes. I thought, okay, it's not too bad, but I still ran. And not the fittest guy going around, so that was a killer. It was a couple of Ks as well from where I had to go to.
So you're not used to overclocking yourself?
No, I'm not. My carbs still feel overclocked today. So I got to the terminal and it was just, I don't know if heartbreaking is the right word to use, but they just slammed the door on me. I was about a minute late and they'd closed. So that was it. I missed my flight. And then they said the next 2 flights were full, so they'd see if they could get me on one of them. And it looked like, I think this was 6 o'clock at this point, and it looked like I might not have even got there that day. I might have had to spend the night sleeping in the airport. So anyway, I got real lucky with the next flight.
Who fixed you up too, brother?
Well, that was the real funny part of the whole story, because I was meant to be getting picked up by the hotel limo from the airport and all that. And it's about an hour drive. So if I had to get a taxi, that would have been quite costly and whatnot. So I ended up using the free Wi-Fi at the airport to Skype call Bryan. I said, Bryan, can you please ring the Hyatt and let them know that I've missed my flight?
It's already hijacked.
And he's like, I'm already at the Hyatt, it's okay. And I said to him, I'm going to be hours. Because also, to make this less confusing, Bryan's staying in my room at the Hyatt. So he was going to come to the Hyatt and wait for me. So yeah, I said, Bryan, what are you doing at the Hyatt already? I'm going to be hours and hours before I can get there at the earliest. And he said, I'm in your room. He's all set up in the room.
I just hijacked it, man. Like, look, this is the story. Okay, I got to tell my part of the side. Okay, right, yeah, look. I checked out. So I checked out of my hotel. Went out partying till 6 in the morning the day before. Had to check out 11. Now, I got out of my hotel. I was like, still a bit roasted from the night before. And then I'm like, let's just get to the Grand Hyatt. And then I'm just going to smooth talk. And thankfully it was a chick.
Yeah.
And I just started smooth talking. I just started saying, hey, here's my business card. I'm staying with Mr. Walton, and this is the room number, because I knew the room number too, kind of thing. Like, I think I had a little bit of your details too.
You must have, yeah.
Yeah, and then I started like...
Never forward Bryan emails. Make sure you check every bit of information before you send it to him.
And anyway, the hotel ended up getting changed into my name.
I couldn't check in when I got here.
Oh, it was so funny. And then like this morning, I'm down at the lobby. I'm just like, hi, Yucca.
So Bryan had to come down and get me to take me up to my room. So
he's loving it though. Look at that smile. He's loving it. He's loving it. He's got company. Yeah. So we actually, yeah, because but yeah, the money here is weird too. You got new Taiwan dollars. So like 23 Taiwan dollars is one Aussie dollar. 30 Taiwan dollars is one US dollar. So it's really confusing because. Just doing all the math. Like Japan's really easy because it's like pretty much 100 yen to $1, so it's easy to calculate. But here it's like confusing.
I don't really have to worry about it too much because Bryan's just going to pay for everything. I've decided.
Man, he's covering.
That's how he's paying for the room.
See, got his back. Got his back. Just hijacking his hotel and might even hijack his wallet. Like, where's my wallet, man?
You've got my internet, so.
It's so funny, but yeah, that was awesome. So
and I actually did get on the next flight. Thankfully, I was a bit worried, but got on the next flight. So I was only there for an hour. It was only an hour delay in the end, so that could have been a lot worse. And then I got in here. The hotel driver was there, and I got here to discover that Bryan had hijacked my room. But anyway, all good.
Yeah, and it's really good here. The used parts hunting was. Yeah, like the used parts, man, it's really... I thought it would be easy, but there's like no stores in the electronic district. I haven't been outside to kind of check out... Like, if we do Computex next year, which I'm going to try...
we're definitely coming next year.
Loving it.
It's awesome.
I'll try and come in like early and rent a car, and then like we'll go...
I reckon I'll come for that trip.
Yeah, just go around sightseeing, but also try and check out like junk stores and stuff around the country.
It looked like a lot of fun, your video. So.
Yeah, it is, man. Like the Digital Plaza though is like only new stores, and I got to one store, man. How was this? And he had an X58 box, because I'm like just going in the store. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm just Urshel." I'm like, because I already picked up a few parts.
Bryan's raiding all the bins.
Yeah, like I already picked up a part by that time, and I'm just telling the guy Urshel, and he's like Urshel. And I'm like, show. He's like, show. And like we're just like bonding because the guys, if they have used parts, they're generally gonna like used parts.
Yeah.
So they're gonna it's just pretty much a mutual thing. If they don't like used parts, they're gonna be like, did my computer go to sleep?
Yeah, I think just the monitor.
Yeah,
and we're still live.
Yeah, I was like, because the screen turned off. I was like, no, don't do that midstream. So. But yeah, if they like used parts, they're generally going to have that respect and love for used parts as well. So I figured the only guys who had the used parts were very nice. They were like, oh yeah, I've got this. Let's start haggling. And so I think it's just the like, I don't even think the part, it doesn't even matter what part you've got. It's just the deal process. Like I banged this guy down from $2 to $1. And he said to me, because he can speak English, he's like, shit, you're good. I'm like, man, you guys, it's all about getting the deal. Like, it's all about the deal.
He's stroking your ego. He's like, I made $1 off that rubbish.
Yeah, like, no, here's the thing. He said I could have anything in the bin. I'm like, dude, what is this? He's like, I'm kind of going to throw it out. Like, and I'm just checking through. And I'm like, what about this? I found like 4 RAM sticks in a motherboard, H55 motherboard with an i7 870, I think.
Wow.
And he's like, because I pulled the cooler off and stuff, and then I tried to put it back on, but like the clip's like hanging out, and he's like, what's this? What's on this? He's like, pulled the cooler off. He's like, I'm not selling you this. I'm like, damn, that would have been epic.
That would have been so cool for a used build.
Because I was like, I came out pretty strong, because I already bought the other one for $1. And I came out pretty strong. I'm like, I'll give you 10 for this, because it's got RAM in it. And like, and then he looked at the CPU. I'm like, oh, no, it's not how. He's like, I'm not selling it. I'm like, you said I could have anything in the bin.
You discovered the best thing in the bin. You found out.
Oh, but yeah, it was hectic. I started like literally just before lunch, And then I ended up spending like a whole day. Every store I was just... even went into the service repair stores where they're repairing laptops and phones. I'm just like, look, you're going to use parts? And they're
Probably
like...
not a bad spot to start.
And they're just like, what are you doing in here? I'm like, no ask you, no getty.
Well, watching the video, it looked like it was almost the equivalent of walking around like a shopping center and trying to find used parts like that. Imagine doing that back at home. That would be so bizarre.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was like. I ended up getting stuff in the end, which was really cool. So that was I guess the victory.
That was the other thing we were joking
well,
about.
that was from BitPhoenix's office though, because I walked in there. See, this one here was from the BitPhoenix. That was the best part of it. That was
I get to my room and there's just hardware over the beds, the couch. There's just stuff everywhere. So Ryan's just got
just parts.
There's
man.
another board floating around.
Yeah, so this one, I was at the BitPhoenix office because they wanted me to cover their booth for Computex, and I said to them, I was like...
Was that a 780?
It's 770 or 780. They haven't checked, so I don't know either. I'm going to try and check it out. Like, it might work, and then they're like... I'm like, what are you doing with these parts? Like, this is such a waste. It's just sitting here. He's like, oh yeah, we're not using it anymore. So I'm like... I just kept hounding him. Like, I'm taking those used parts. You know that? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm taking those used parts. And then finally he's like, dude, here's a bag.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
I'm not joking, man.
I don't joke about taking used parts.
Yeah, exactly. You don't let it go to waste. All the boys know that in the audience too. So, yeah. So we want to go through and we can pick out some comments. You guys can come through. We've got to pick out some comments to give away the Ghost Recon Keys. I'll be... how are we going to get... like... because their draw's a winner. I'll just announce the winners on Twitter.
Well, you could read through
Yeah.
like 20 or so or 30 or whatever you want to read through
Okay.
and just enter them in the draw to be randomly selected maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well,
It's your giveaway, you work it out.
Yeah, I was thinking the first 5 that make us both laugh. I think that's legit.
Alright.
Okay, so it's basically just a fun way to let people win with... Yeah, and it's not like if I don't laugh at your comment, guys, I'm sorry. It's just that I've got like a weird... My dad's a builder in Australia, so he's got a weird sense of humor. And, you know, the sad thing is it's usually the dirty comments that get the laugh. But you can't be dirty on your channel. You got to be like politically correct nowadays. So, I don't know.
Glad it's your channel.
Yeah. I was going to boot a channel like as a joke, politically correct tech. When we go into the new studio, if we get ahead of schedule, I was going to make this skit channel, politically correct tech, where we do everything over the top. Like we're talking 10 wrist straps when you're building a computer.
How would the thermal application look?
Yeah,
Thermal
exactly.
paste.
Yeah, exactly. Thermal paste. It has to be a perfect, and if you mess it up, you got to redo it. And so I just to picture myself redoing it all night.
Don't do any builds.
Yeah, but it's just for laughs. Okay, so we got a notepad here. I'm going to write down the names and then announce the winners on Twitter. There is 1,000 comments, so we're going to start going through these comments. We should share the screen. I think that's the easiest way. I think we pulled it up here. We got it up here. So, wow, this is crazy. So we're going to go through the comments, and you guys can go through with them too. So here we are here. So
Yep, sorry,
hopefully,
I'll put that away.
yeah, well, that's good.
do you want
That's
to keep that up?
live feedback because then we can see what's
It's
going on.
slightly delayed, so but anyway.
Okay.
At least-
One view. Oh my god. So it's basically what you would do for a Ghost Recon's key. So what would you do for a Ghost Recon's key? Okay, so for a game key, I would go to an area with a Bunnings and Mitre 10 and pick Mitre 10. I'm truly sorry. Don't crucify me, Aussie Jesus. Mitre 10's alright though. That's like I like Mitre 10.
Well, I live in a rural area, so Mitre 10's quite good. Though they are all being overtaken by Bunnings now, so it's pretty hard to find a Mitre 10, I think.
Well, what was the other one that
Well,
closed
that's in Victoria
down?
anyway.
No, what was the Masters? What was the one that Coles?
Yeah,
Woolies-
that was Masters, yeah.
One of them had one and it just failed hard.
Yeah, that was Masters.
Yeah, they just failed miserably. Because they went more expensive than Bunnings. That's right. So we had these 2 hardware stores, and one of them tried to be a premium brand, and it's like no one cared.
Yeah, Bunnings just has the best approach basically. They tried to be like you say a premium. It was just different stuff, and
Okay.
people just didn't like it.
Oh man, no, not this comment. I was out the other night and like literally a gay guy said, "I will suck you off." I'm like, dude, like I'm not. That's cool, but I'm not gay. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like he asked all night as well. I'm like, oh man, like dude, like you know, I'm
Fast forward.
in there. Fast forward. Okay, this is a nutty giveaway. Holy moly. Okay, so who's going to do what for? Who's going to do? I would comment on this video
For those game,
Yeah.
one of those game codes. Okay.
Let's see what
For
I'll
Ghost
do.
Recon, I'll go to the Wildlands. That's a good one.
So for Ghost Recon, I will go to the Wildlands. But what would you do? He will go to... Okay. He will just go to the Wildlands? Are you going to pick him? Are we going to keep going?
Keep going.
Okay. So Kevin, if you are a possibility...
Yep.
Okay. I would comment in order to win one of those game keys. It's got to be like... Come on, here we go. Play the game. Eat a banana standing on my head with no hands, peeled of course, shave the neighbour's pit bull after I got him drunk, snort birdseed, Aperol tequila, eat Jack Daniels and cornflakes.
Yeah, that's going.
Alright, he's got it. Albert, good effort, man. You got the first game key. That's what you would do for a game key. Okay, Albert Crow, you have won a Ghost Recon's game key. Congratulations. And then Lambert says, I wouldn't do anything for that game code because I have a laptop that can't run Minecraft at 30 FPS at 720p, but for some reason I still want to win the monitor. Okay. Is it just me or the hardware box guy looks like a villain from another movie? You're a villain. You look like a villain. Guys, does Steve
I'll
look like
take it. Thank you.
The red villain.
You just had to, didn't you? You can't leave it alone.
Villain RX.
You're hurting my feelings.
Oh, sorry, man. Hey, dude, you've been roasting me in your videos lately. Hardcore, hey.
You asked for it.
I'd buy you a game code for the game as a thank you gift. So he'd buy me a key for a key. Can you give me money? Actually, that's a pretty good transaction.
I feel like that one might be bribery.
Yeah. Nah, alright, so we can't do that.
That's honest, that one there.
Yeah, what am I going to do with those
100.
5 codes? Sell them, of course. No, you can't win 5. It's only one person wins one. 5 different people. So, I would love prizes. Come on, man. We got to get the comments. Like, I think a lot of them started coming in after, like, the first day.
Yeah, that
Plain
was
nothing. That's right. That's right. The absence of action. Well, you got to do something if you want the key. I'd love to win the key so I cannot play the game. Just kidding. I really hope to win the key. But you got to tell me what you would do for it. And it's got to be like crazy. What would he do? I'd buy the game. Josh, man, well, you said it, man. Like you could have won one if you just. I don't know. Maybe is this okay?
I feel like that comment wasn't early, by the way.
Yeah, buy the key. Oh yeah, because I put newest comments and not funny. So will you please give it to me?
We're going backwards in time.
Yeah. What's this? If you give me the code now, that'll be the end of it. It's just scary, man. I'm reading this. To it? He says, I do know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom... What? Like, dude, you should be doing the other way around. You should be, like, threatening me for a game key and be like, I know where you live, bro. If you don't give me a key, I'm going to come over and, like... I'm like, okay, I'll give you the key, man. Just, that's too much of a hassle. If I got the key, I'd probably go to my school, tell my principal to make a party at school, and then later play the game. He wants a key so bad.
It's very descriptive of what he would do. Sounds like he probably would do that.
Alright, we'll Raising Dragon. If we pick no one else, bro, we'll pick you.
We're holding Raising Dragon.
We're holding Raising Dragon. Because we got to go through. I know there was some that really made me... I would deep throat a cactus and teabag a very sensitive pet trap. Alright, Skywalker, number 2. This is it made you laugh. It made you laugh too, man. Oh crap. Alright, Skywalker, there you are.
MSI is gonna love that game. They'll post it on their website.
The stupidest yet idiotic thing he would do, yelling stupid things. You gotta tell us P2O, you gotta tell us what you would yell out. Like it's gotta be specific though. Like
Tech City's the best.
Okay, that's a stupid thing. Okay. If I get the game key, I will throw it in my pocket. In my pocket.
No, May pocket.
Okay.
It's a saying around
For
here.
the key, I'd play an entire day of scrims in Overwatch. I think we can actually, what we can do is, because people are like, dude, we want to see, we can actually make the camera up here, so we get like live reactions.
Yep.
How cool is that?
Oh, weren't they seeing all my
No,
cool
but then
reactions?
we can pull, like, yeah, so they weren't seeing your cool reactions. If I get the game key, I will go through it in my pocket. Entire day of scrims in Overwatch from FPS locked at 10. That's pretty rough. You're putting yourself
I actually
through pain.
don't want to hear that happening to anybody, to be honest with you. Don't do that.
He would comment on this video for Ghost Recons. That's pretty nice. Like, thanks. But, like, we need a good laugh.
Commenting on one of your videos. Yeah.
For a Wildlands key, I'd post on my Facebook timeline that I am furry and that I see Donald Trump as an honest and pure individual. But Donald Trump is a pure individual. Oh! Politics.
Moving on.
Politics, yeah. You don't like getting into politics. I would reenact Mr. Bean gun scene for you in order to receive the code for Ghost Recon.
That's pretty good.
Mr. Bean gun scene? Which... I haven't seen Mr. Bean for ages. Which gun scene?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know. Is that the one where he does the fake?
I'd say so, yeah.
Oh. Okay, but he already... Did he post twice?
I don't think so. You can search, but...
For the game key, I'd polish your computer with turtle wax so I can see your face on your PC and review turtle wax at the same time. Alright, dude.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. He's gone to the effort. WWD Undertaker fan. Okay. Okay, guys, look, if we're going to announce 5 winners, if you guys don't claim the keys, I might just randomly publish the keys on Twitter, and first whoever adds them will just get, because it's a lot of time to go through, like, I think maybe just randomly promoting.
Select people.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put the key on Twitter.
Okay. Anything for the game code. I'd love to win the key and play Wildlands. I'd leave this comment for that game. Come on, guys, we've got to get originality. You gotta go above the Call of Duty. Give me the key to me so I can shoot some llamas in the wild. Ray?
Okay.
We'll put him on the maybe. We've got Raising Dragon and Ray.
You're a backup, Ray.
Yeah, you guys are on the backup list. Okay. I would stream me playing the game in MT Dew and Juice Sugar High. Should be very funny to watch if I win the game key. Mountain Dew? So Sugar and Juiced High, dude. I used to drink Mountain Dew and I was just like chilling. KFC and Mountain Dew.
That slows you down.
Yeah. I was thinking like some of that. Nowadays they got some Red Bull's pretty crazy.
Yeah, Red Bull's crazy.
Yeah. Drink 5 Red Bulls, man. Like you can have.
I won't survive that.
Yeah. I would stay subbed, of course, and keep suggesting your channel since all the others seem to be going to pot. To pot?
I think maybe. Yeah, I don't know what pop means.
Okay. Going to
Popular on.
Going to crap, maybe? I don't know. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, like I don't comment on other YouTubers. What they can do, what they do, man. We're just gonna do our own thing. Like we help each other out behind the scenes a lot too. So other YouTubers, I wish them all the best. I'm like that salty hating attitude. Yeah, you can't.
Linus is still growing pretty well. I'd take his 4 million subs.
Yeah. Yeah. So. If I won Ghost Recons, I'd probably upgrade my netbook with fantastic integrated graphics to get a proper PC. I was thinking about buying a Mac anyways, so I'm set. I mean, he's asking for a sympathy. He's asking for a sympathy.
That's
key.
a hard pass. The Matt comment.
Yeah. Where's the Matt comment?
That's the one you just read. I was thinking
Mac.
About
Yeah.
a
Mac. I thought you
anyways.
said Matt.
No, Mac.
Mac. Yeah, it's like his sympathy's like, give me the key, or I'm going to buy a Mac, and that's hard to not give him a key. Like that's.
Yeah, that's a good pass on that. So don't mention Apple hardware, guys.
Right. But he's like, yeah. Okay, so I think I would take off my clothes and run around the town naked for that game.
Well, you're probably winning a vote from Bryan on that one.
You are winning a vote from me, but not from Steve, though. Oh. The game key, I'd make a series called Surviving Australia with just one CPU. But you could survive Australia with one CPU. A Ryzen CPU.
That's a lot of pins to bend.
Awesome, man. T-key for your gives. Okay. For a game code, I'd start...
Scroll.
Tack Dragos, you have won a key.
That's just cheeky.
Yeah, that's cheeky, but you know.
I'm not salty about other YouTubers.
That's
5
different.
seconds later, he selects that comment.
That's different, though. That's different. This guy earned a special place in my life. I've already told the viewers everything. So, yeah.
No comment.
Yeah, no comment anyway. But that's earning. You laughed as well. You laughed.
I was laughing
Okay.
in anticipation of your reaction.
Yeah. I'd love to add this game to my seed library. But what would you do for it, man?
I don't even, well, you can't. It's a Uplay code. So
Dude, look at this comment. Like,
don't even highlight that. Move on.
Oh, yeah, okay. Like, there is a bar, you know? Like, there is a bar.
They obviously had no intention of getting that key.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, so... what would people do for keys? What would people do? We've got one more winner on there. We've got one more winner. Okay. What would he do for a key? I'd try make a paradox. First stealing the keys, and then when I win, I wouldn't get any key because I had them already.
Illuminati confirmed.
Huh?
Eh.
I'm just like, okay. I was thinking of some kind of torture I'd put myself through for a game code, and I thought maybe watching Joker video, but that'd be wait.
Pretty surprised that's only the second one of those you've had, actually. Because they all know how to get a win off you.
But they got to get off you too.
Yeah, so not pass then.
Okay, you're passing. Okay. I'd sleep on the couch just for the game key. I really will. Dude, I love sleeping on the couch. Like, I've slept on so many couches in my life, hey? For the game code, I'm going to give it to my cousin and free him out of being miserable console peasant. But
You've probably got to get him a PC as well, though.
Well, okay, my brother is a console peasant, and he's not miserable, man. He's loving his console. Like, that's the thing.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
And simplicity.
So, and that's why like, in the past, a lot of people have been like, Bryan, man, shit on the console gamers, bro. We got to do it, man. We got to go shit on console gamers. And I'm just like, as I see my brother, he's happy. He's home and hosed, man. He's got his controller. He's just like, what's the need to shit?
He's a simpleton. Yeah, just leave him alone.
What's the need to shit on him, though? He's in his own world, loving his 30 FPS. Yeah. And that's up to him, man. It's like...
I know some guys that are heavily into PC gaming but also have a console because they like to just sit back and say, whatever.
Yeah. So, I'm like, yeah, sort of, I respect people who play console and enjoy it. I don't know. Like, it's each... I started off on console when I was a kid.
Yeah, I think I did as well, yeah.
So there is love for console, especially retro. So
I think mine was like one of the originals.
Yeah. Man, Duck Hunter.
That was so cool.
For the game code for Recon, I would spill coolant all over my face to see if it would ruin my custom iVidya. Gee, cool edition. He would spill coolant all over his face. That's pretty brutal.
It is, yeah.
But he hasn't got you. He's got to have you on board too. It's got to be a double. So
I'm waiting for that right comment for the last one.
I'd walk completely naked in a mall for a game key and also tattoo Steam on my left butt.
So with all these guys getting naked for you, Bryan?
Because on the right one, I already got Tech City tattoo. Oh, come on.
So you would have picked that for sure.
I'm picking that. It's like, come on. The after the fact was pretty funny.
Well, they're your keys to give away anyway.
No, but he's got to make you got to pick it too. Sergio's got that's pretty cool comment.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, Sergio, bro. All right, because we want to chat with the peeps too. So Sergio. All right, there's the 5 winners, guys. We have Sergio Crevelin. Okay.
So you're going to contact them now?
Yeah, I'm going to announce to you guys on Twitter after the stream's done. So they're the 5 giveaway winners for the. So we got Albert. There's the list there. Number 1 to Al. So we can read them out. Albert Crow. Number 1. Skywalker. Number 2. Number 3, WWE Undertaker Fan 92. Number 4, Tech Drags. Number 5, Sergio Crevelin. So message me, guys, on my email. Just go to the About page, send me an email, and I'll hook you up a game key.
You'll have to tell them to comment a certain sentence on the video to confirm it's them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, reply to your own comment on the video.
I see through you a lot.
Yeah. Comment on and then if you guys don't claim them, I'm just like honestly randomly just dropping up the keys. And whoever registers them first wins after that because it's pretty time consuming. Sometimes you like make sort of semi mistakes. So I guess it kind of was. Some things work, some things don't. So back to the live stream. Awesome. So we have comments time with you guys. We're just going to chill out now. We'll go till another 6 o'clock maybe. So we got 4 o'clock Taiwan time. I got Aussie time in my...
yeah, I was going to say, that's confusing.
Yeah.
I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah.
We've got all day.
Yeah.
left to...
We've got a Corsair party. I forgot what time. 5:30. I think it starts. I don't know. Because I wouldn't mind having a nap too.
I got to film a few more things as well.
So-
But anyway, now we're making all these things up that we got to do.
Yep, and so we are just here, man. This hotel room's really good. Taipei, guys, loving it here. I was promising a used PC, but when I got here, like the used parts, there's just nothing. Like there's no used cases, no used power supply. There's just nothing to build a used PC here. Like I got that motherboard and CPU and stuff, and it's like I could have, if I got that memory with the DDR3, I could have then only needed like a little bit more, but.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen because I have to film. We've got a busy schedule for Computex.
We're flat. I'm hoping to actually pick up a lot of new hardware. Well, not a lot, but things that I haven't got.
You're going to be hustling, are you?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
after the booth's closed,
Yeah,
Steve's
yeah. I'm
going
going
to
to be running around with a Christmas bag, just filling it up. I want to get a GT 1030.
Yeah, that's.
So
I asked.
locally,
yeah.
I couldn't find them in any of the computer stores in Melbourne, and for weeks now, I know guys on my channel have been asking to compare that with the RX 550.
Yeah.
Got an RX 550 about a month ago now. But yeah, no 1030. So
Yeah, I asked them. I said to Nvidia, "Can I have a sample for a GT 1030?" And they're like, "Oh, we've got none."
they
like,
won't. They don't. Yeah,
I mean,
Nvidia doesn't send out low end cards.
Might just buy one, like.
Well, I wanted to buy one. But yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
get one. So
They weren't even at the stores.
not yet in Melbourne.
Wow.
Someone here will be like, I got one last week, but
The thing is,
I
okay,
went-
like I'm starting to, after especially playing a lot of Dota 2 and CS:GO, I'm starting to appreciate the cheaper cards that, even though their price performance is nowhere near as good as a 1060 or an RX 580, for example,
yeah.
they still are cheaper and they do those competitive games that people want them to do at the frames they want to give.
Yeah, the RX
So-
550, for example, was very capable, but it's a horrible price.
Yeah.
But it will go on sale.
Yeah.
And so by providing the data and the results, when it does go on sale and it's not, well, what is it? It's $70 US, I think, is the MSRP on that. So if it went down to 50 or whatever, or down the track it was even less, you can find out how it compares.
I like that comment, boys. Still Vega from AMD, man. I'm gonna be going for it, eh? Like, here's the demo, guys. They're gonna be like, here's the demo for Vega. Why is the screen not turning on?
Yeah.
Just like see me running out the door.
Yeah.
eBay.
I was showing Bryan, I did a couple of images of my test system. So I have a Ryzen image and an Intel image. So if we come across a Ryzen system, I'll quickly dropping the benchmark drive in there and running as many tests as I can and getting out of there. So, see what happens.
Yeah, man.
So-
I'll be grabbing the Vega card. eBay, I'm coming, man. First bidder, highest bidder. Get some
So,
funds for the channel.
AMD, Nvidia better, or AMD and Nvidia better hide their hardware, and Intel when I come around.
Yeah, but I think no one's really going crazy for the i9s and stuff like that. I think
I'm really interested in them, but
I'm interested in that 6-core 12-threaded mainstream.
yeah,
Like,
I mean, I'm really interested in the price above. You kind of know how they're going to perform based on the specs.
I like YouTube. He's making some cool comments. Like, you got to distract him, and then I'll do the hard work. So
Actually,
you
that
do
would
the
work
benchmarks.
well.
Yeah, you do the benchmarks, and then I'll just be
Bryan will just be running his mouth and
yeah. So you got the Excel slides up, and then I'll just be like, got screwdriver in like subtly. We'll get the Vega cards for you guys, and then we'll benchmark them. I'm actually really looking forward to Vega. I want to do image quality comparison and like 10 different games, because I think that's something that we need an update on, because
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like,
something. Yeah,
just pixel peep at 4K too, because then we can pixel peep hardcore. Like we can go real in depth and see what the differences are.
yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, so who'll win? Oh, we'll drop it in the description when the live's finished, guys. So we've got two winners, Julius and you had Christopher, I think. So yeah, and they were the guys. One from the Philippines, one from Lithuania. So really interesting. I've never had giveaways from those two, like winners from those two countries.
And I can't promise anything, but hopefully it probably. I guess it depends on the country. Hopefully no import duties and stuff like that. But AOC will probably cover that.
Yeah, well, that's what they said.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Otherwise, like, dude, I don't think we could afford to do a giveaway from Australia, like posting,
no.
because these guys are from Taiwan. They can post from Taiwan, and the postage is really cheap. International postage, I know that they do EMS.
I mean,
in Japan, the postage was pretty cheap.
AOC probably have a bigger budget than Harbour Unboxed.
Exactly, and they've got business accounts with the post offices. Like me, I'd go down to Australia Post. I would get raped, dude. Like.
Just to send that box with the monitor would be hundreds of dollars.
It would, like $300. Like I kid you not.
It'd be cheaper to buy the monitor locally for the winner.
Yeah, that's how bad postage is in Australia. And any Aussie will tell you the same thing. It's like, it's brutal, man. So
I haven't found out about that Ryzen PC that got sent to the US yet from Melbourne. I don't know how much that costs.
okay, and also if you guys do, you can just post a little video and we'll probably put it up on Twitter so people can hopefully hopefully the giveaway winners need the hardware too.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. Cause
that's the best thing about giving something away to someone if they
someone appreciates it.
Do a video of them using it or whatever. That would be really cool.
Yeah, because to be honest, I wanted to be a young dude as well. Because when I was young, I didn't have much money, and I always wanted better gear and better specs, and I could never get it. I just had to work hard, and then I'd build a computer, and then it'd be obsolete, and I'm like, oh.
Well, that's it. It'd be amazing if it's someone that doesn't just get their parents to buy them everything.
And then my monitor was so potato. Oh man, it was one of those crazy old resolutions, 8 something by 6.
40
because they were 16 by 10, weren't they? The 2000 something BenQ LCDs.
How many inches was that?
17 or 19 or something. Those.
It's probably 1280. Yeah.
No, it was lower than that.
1024?
No, it was 800 by 600 something.
What?
Yeah, it was bad, man. I remember I was playing
and that wasn't a CRT.
No, it was LCD. I'm pretty sure it was LCD. Okay. Or maybe I dropped the resolution because my graphics card sucked.
That sounds more likely.
My graphics card sucked so hard I had to drop the resolution. I think it was a 720p, and I had to drop the res because my graphics card sucked so much at the time that I couldn't play the latest titles. I was like, man, this is hard.
Yeah, I remember those days too.
Yeah. Hard life, guys. Nowadays, you guys have budget like GTX 1060 and RX 580. Man, they can play games.
Well, secondhand PCs. You wouldn't even entertained buying a secondhand PC back when we started out because it was moving so fast.
Yeah.
And that's, I guess everyone complains about, the move from Sandy Bridge to say, even up to Kaby Lake, for example, has been so small, but it's opened up such a huge market for guys to buy a second-hand PC cheap.
Yeah.
Whereas I think I worked for 6 months at Coles part-time to build my first...
I worked at Coles too, man. Yeah. I was on the Rego, dude. I was getting called the checkout girl.
I packed shelves.
Yeah,
so.
See, packing shelves was like the stereotypical...
You'd make a good checkout chick.
Dude, one time I had these 2 hot birds walk through. No, I'm going to tell you a story, man.
I'm just going to sit back and relax.
So I was only 15, dude. I was only 15, and they finished off the V drinks, and they're like, just put this in the bin. I'm like, no, I'll check. I'm like, boop, boop. I'm like, oh yeah, sure, just chucked it in the bin. Then they're like,
V must have just
then they're like, oh, we drunk that here. I'm just like, so I'm like 15, I don't give a shit. And they were like, you're so cool, do you want to come over to our house tonight? I'm just like, my eyes just lit I was just like, yes.
Yes, man.
That's what the good times ensue, man. That was just crazy because
Well, I just packed shelves to get a.
Sometimes you get rewarded for doing the bad thing. I'm serious. Sometimes you get rewarded for doing the wrong thing. I don't know, man. So.
But so back then though it was very different. I remember I got a 16 megabyte Banshee, Voodoo Banshee, I think it was. It was the first AGP graphics card. I think it was the original, first one, and it got 1 extra point, and I think it was the original 3D Mark.
They had the original 3D01.
I think, 2001 probably, or something like that.
Another thing here too, guys. I think I've booked in for an overclocking LN2 workshop as well. Cool. So I showed in the vlog, there was one slide in there where it was 7 gigahertz. He got his 7700K to 7 gigahertz. So that was pretty huge.
Yeah, that'd be good to see.
I'm trying to figure out, I was asking how much for, because it'd be so expensive to do all that, wouldn't it? LN2 and they were telling me the prices. They buy the liquid nitrogen 180 liters at a time or something.
Wow,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I'd like to go see it happen because I've never seen it.
So hopefully, guys, we're gonna get me on video just pouring it and being like, let's just
I'll stand back and film.
You know what they do? This is the thing. They take it up slowly, they're revving it up, dude. I'm just gonna this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab the thing, pour it in, just jack the speed up. Yeah, mega voltage. And it'll be like, the CPU blows up. I'll be like, it's just tutorial,
That's
man.
how the yes man does it. No messing around with these incremental link.
Let's not waste time. Let's get straight to biz.
That's how your overclocking guides go, isn't it?
Yeah, man, get in depth. That's what I mean. We get into the deep end.
I was laughing. Someone was having a go at you for stepping too high on your overclocks or something.
Oh, he was going crazy. Who was that dude in the comments?
I don't know about the viewers, but when I overclock, I sort of hit it to where I think it'll work, and then if it does, I sort of take another big step, and if it fails, you keep just notching it back rather than just...
The valid point, like someone replied in my place and they said that was the old school way when you couldn't overclock much. Nowadays you've got such a high overclock.
Yeah, but there's no wrong way of doing it.
No, exactly.
It's just, you just want to find that sweet spot.
And that's how I do it, man. Like that's how I do it though. I legitimately just go YOLO and it saves me time. Heaven benchmark crashes so quickly if it's unstable. It's like...
Well, I think the reason why I went that way is, as you'll know now, like when you get a Ryzen CPU or whatever, you have days to put together a comprehensive review. Yeah. So you don't have half a day to sit there going up megahertz by megahertz, fine-tuning everything. You've just got to sort of find roughly where it is.
Yeah.
And go from there. And that's what some of the guys watching don't understand. They're like, oh, you know, I got 5 megahertz more on mine. It's like,
yeah, it's like, guys, like sometimes, man, we're cut to the limit where we have to put out a 4K video. We have to test the product because we're not going to be recommending products. If we can't do a proper review, I'm not going to release it. Like, I'm not giving people advice that's bad.
Yeah.
So it's like, sometimes we don't have more than only a couple of days to review a brand new product.
Well,
and it's crazy.
The video's nuts. Like, it's a lot harder than written.
Yeah.
Some of the guys know watching, you know, I've written for TechSpot for over a decade now, and I've only been doing the YouTube videos for about 6 months.
But you're natural, dude. Like when I first saw you on cam, I was like, this makes sense. Matt was just the presenter. You were the guy making the scripts, doing the benchmarking.
Well, thanks, but I feel like I've gotten better than when I started. A lot better. I went back and watched a couple of the earlier ones, and it was like, ugh.
You're good, man. Like I'm loving it. Like I watch a hardware unboxed video, guys. Hit that like button straight up.
Smash that like button.
I'm a simple man. I'm a simple man.
Yeah, basically,
I'm a simple man. I hijack hotel rooms, hugging video walls, and love Ryzen CPUs. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm loving that. This is another thing, right? Do you guys remember back when 2005 AMD was on top, right before the Core Duo came out? Core 2 Duo. Right before it came out, like for me, an AMD CPU and an NVIDIA graphics card was the...
perfect combo.
It was the combo.
Yeah. AMD were killing it on the CPU front.
And it was the combo. And it feels like it now is kind of the combo again. Like
Intel's in a much stronger position, obviously. AMD is the one coming back.
But yeah. I've always had a soft spot for that combo, that AMD CPU and that NVIDIA graphics card. I don't know. It's been a good combo. I've always loved it.
I just like whoever's giving us
best price
best
performance.
value.
Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't like so? Anyway, comments, guys. You can ask questions. Anything you want to ask, we'll answer. So I'm kind of running out of topics on my mind. That microphone is actually I tested this microphone. It's a random used microphone. It's called a Vocal Pro. Yeah, like there was a sticker on it, like an audio. There was someone rebadged it, trying to make it their own brand, and it actually sounds really good on the G7. So I'm happy about that. Like I put it on the other camera and it sounded terrible.
Which camera? Oh,
the vlog cam, yeah.
Okay.
And so I put it on the G7 and it sounds really good. So I was like, thank God, because I didn't want to go and buy another microphone today.
So you're not using your Pimpin' Gold one that you used?
I forgot. Like I knew I forgot something. I was like right before, because I had to catch like a midnight flight and I had to hustle because I got people were like, dude, Windows 10 optimization guide. You guys just didn't shut up about it. Like guys messaging me on Facebook like, where's the optimization 10, dude? Need it right now. And because that's the thing. Like I get a lot of people comment about like, you know, removing this, doing that, doing a regedit hack. It's like I like to just keep it simple though, like because if people have problems, they can then go back and undo things that I've done if they have problems, and that's the basis of the optimization guide. And it does help with performance. You know, I did this on a Patreon live stream, and I got an extra 1% performance on my high-end desktop.
Okay.
1% on high end. So imagine what it would do on low end. So
yeah.
So
someone said, Steve, have you got a spare 1080 and do you want to trade it for a steak dinner? Yes, I do want to trade it for a steak dinner. High-end steak.
Yeah, it's got to be like, what's the best steak you can get? Wagyu beef, is it?
The Wagyu, I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, look, we'll talk about that more later.
Steve-san, GTX 1080, ちょうだい. Like, yeah.
Tez DJ said,
get some
just watched
wagyu
your
beef.
vlog. It was good.
Oh,
It
thanks,
was
man.
great.
Thanks, guys. So comments. Bring them in. Love it. So we're going to be piping out soon.
I won't
Tune in.
downgrade to the creators update. I'm with you.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. When I first updated, I had lots of problems, and I figured the only way to properly do this is to... So as soon as you update a creators update, you've got to reset your PC and break all the links and everything. You've got to reset it. That's the only way.
Well, yeah.
And then
So
reinstall
you're saying there's no
everything.
upgrade option?
Like, there is an upgrade option, but I've had problems. You've had problems upgrading. So
mine
you've
was
got
shocking.
to upgrade, and then there's the option to reset your PC. And
There's
that's...
no point then. You might as well just download an up-to-date ISO, and that would be even better, wouldn't it? And start from
Yeah,
there.
but, like, it's sort of... I don't have the patience to make a whole USB boot drive, and then, like, it's a tedious process. It is tedious.
Takes hours.
Yeah.
Hours. You know, there's a
So-
little application that does that in like 5 minutes now.
You got to give it to
I'll
us,
I'll do
yeah.
a video for you
Alright.
on it.
All right. There you
But
go.
yeah, I tried it on two. So I went to my test system first and thought I'll try it out because I was going to beat this guy to an optimization guide.
For Windows 10 creators.
Yeah, but it was so bad I didn't even want to deal with it.
Oh.
So a lot of the games that I benchmark with were crashing and stuff.
okay.
Because remember I tried that really early on.
Okay, we'll use my optimization guide.
I'm gonna
then
have to
do the benchmarking.
I'll have to study it when I
Yeah.
get home. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I did on my personal rig, and it started on a cold boot. It would blue screen. Then I'd have to restart loading.
Yes, creators update on my benchmark system. When I first updated, it would crash out my overclocks, like completely reset them. How does a Windows update? It must be connecting with your BIOS. That's
It's that
voodoo
micro
magic. Yeah,
microcode.
that's voodoo magic, man. Like, I was scared. I was like, never seen this before. Like, the Windows update was crashing my overclocks.
My
now.
system wasn't overclocked. It was my 6950X editing rig. And then Premiere just kept crashing, and then when I drag in video and stuff, sometimes it was just weird. So I rolled back, and as soon as I rolled back, because that process only takes about 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and I rolled back, and everything was perfect again. So at least that was good.
Yeah.
I thought I'd have to do like a fresh install.
The rollback was good, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
And it rolls back so quickly. It's like 2 minutes. Like, rollback, yep, done. I'm like, okay, what happened with this? So, yeah, that was scary, man, when it started crashing the overclocks, too. But I found with game mode, it legitimately helped. The biggest game was GTA 5 for me. So I tested on this laptop here. This is... Sorry, guys, I was right. It's not... It's... I guess you call it semi-potato, because it is kind of old. And I did trade it, so I did hustle for it, so it didn't cost a whole lot. But this laptop is doing really well. I thought it couldn't do a 4K video, and it did. I was like shocked. So because that was a 10-minute vlog, the Computex videos would be like 4 or 5 minutes. It's definitely going to do Computex videos, which is really cool.
Well, so will mine. Shameless plug. MSI. Gave
Oh,
me
there
that.
we go. Plug it.
MSI
Yeah, go
laptop,
on. Plug
guys.
it, man. Plug it.
MSI laptop.
Yeah.
Buy MSI laptops.
Okay.
Probably got a bit too far.
Next levels, guys. That's a next level sound. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I like this laptop. Look, show it again. It's not. It's the one with a single power brick. Yeah.
The power brick is about as thick as the laptop. But
It's conventional. I like it.
Yeah,
This is
well,
conventional. The one I'm using now. It's a conventional laptop.
Yeah, 14-inch laptop. It's got a
Mm.
Core i7. It's got a GTX 1060 in it.
Yeah.
And I did a video on my channel encoding, like video encoding and stuff
Yeah.
on it, because I had no idea how this would go. Because like I said, I use a 6950X rig at home, so it's an
Yeah.
Intel. I do use Intel for my personal editing rig.
I'm just using Ryzen to make a statement. And I promised my viewers I would. So
So you're giving me a hard time about Ryzen, and you're using Ryzen, and I'm using Intel.
wait, let's say that again. I'm not giving you a hard time about Ryzen.
No.
I'm giving you a hard time about
I
the
can't tell what
RX-58
you're
now.
giving me a hard time about.
No, Ryzen's. I'm loving your Ryzen content. Actually, like I was about to call his channel Ryzen Unboxed with the amount of Ryzen videos he's putting out. And of course, you did like a lot of those videos you did. I would have wanted to have done them at one stage, but
Yeah.
I'm just not as good as you at benchmarking. So
Come on, guys.
I'm kind of like, what do I do here? I'm scratching my head like, damn, what do I do for content? Steve's already nailing everything on Ryzen.
Well, I was just doing what basically most of it was what this is going to turn off in a sec.
Yeah.
What guys were
Cheers.
asking me to test, so stuff like the memory and
The boys,
the
yeah.
CCX
You take care of the boys,
yeah,
man.
just
Always taking care of the boys. That's what
watch
it's all
the
about.
comment section and
Yeah.
you learn a lot. So.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, guys. Upvote the comments. Like, if you think that's a cool idea and someone puts a cool idea in there, upvote it all the time. And then, because you see that. And usually if it's 10 upvotes or more, I'll take it into consideration because it means people really want to do that.
That was like that video I did with the 1600, buy the 1600 or the 1600X, which pretty much everyone in the chat's going to know the answer to that.
Okay, someone did raise when I tested game mode on, because I ended up recommending leaving game mode on. I found it helped on the laptop. Now, I would love, if it's not too much time, for you to have things open, like not editing this is the thing, people like edit a video while you game. I never edit a video when I game.
I always see guys with those comments saying, oh, but I'd get the 1700 over the 1600. We're talking Ryzen processors again, because those 2 extra cores mean while you're editing a video, you can be using After Effects or doing something else. I'm like, it doesn't really, like when you render a video, it really hogs all the system resources that you can still browse the internet, you can watch YouTube and do all that kind of stuff, but you do something else really taxing that's going to use a lot of memory bandwidth, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, but guys, rendering a video when you're gaming, I've tried it before.
We've only got
even
so
on the
much
32,
bandwidth.
even on the only one that did it okay was the 32 core, like the 16 core Xeon, the Unicron.
Like I said, my editing rig is a 6950X. That's 10 core, 20 thread. I have 128 gigabytes of DDR4 memory, a pair of M.2 960 Pro SSDs. My point is that
it still ran like arse. The game still ran like arse.
Yeah, and a GTX 1080. It's stupid overkill. You render a video on that, and you do, and I wouldn't even entertain playing games. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
But anything else that's
then you've got the guys. Then you've got the guys who ask for you to stream games while you're editing a video and rendering it.
It's not going to happen.
Like, let's do it. Like,
now the solution for that is to get 2 computers. Get yourself an Intel system and an AMD system. Have the best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds. Fire and ice. Oh, that's a good. Yeah, fire and ice.
You can edit on the Intel and render on the AMD one.
Because remember I did see it at PAX East. There was they had 2 systems on one case, and that was what they had.
Way back in the day, Thermaltake did a standard ATX on one side and a mini ITX on the other, and I actually built it. That was really cool. That was a cool thing to do. Because
that's actually a good idea for a build, fire and ice, and you got it water cooled, like blue on one side, red on the other.
Yeah, that would be cool actually.
Oh man, who's gonna do it? Like, I'll try and do it when I get some free time one of these days.
Yep.
So.
Or maybe at Computex we'll walk around the showroom floor and find a case that allows you to do just that.
Maybe, yeah.
We'll hunt for one.
Well, there will be. I mean, coming out, like, you can even make your own case.
You always find a lot of interesting things. So, I'm excited to get into it tomorrow. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I mean, it's going to be busy, but it's really going to be cool. Computex is the shizzle.
Well, it's huge. There's 3 big halls. There's one massive hall, which is hall 1. Yeah. And Bryan and I snuck in there today. Yeah. We got in there, and right now it's just a construction zone. There's just stuff everywhere. But we walked around, had a bit of a look, and we saw Gigabyte's booth going together. That's pretty huge. Yeah. So
yeah, with the game mode, play music in the background, have Skype video conversation. Not video, maybe just a talking. Music and music
it's not
and
taxing
talking.
at all. That's the thing. You won't notice a reduction in performance on a decent computer.
Okay, well I might go back and test it on the laptop.
Be cool to do.
Yeah, just do a quick test. Like same 3 games, they're all pretty CPU intensive when you set them to be CPU intensive. So I'll probably redo that. But even then, I recommended game mode on because it was pretty good. Like, I thought it was smoother.
That's a repeatable test as well.
I thought it was... And I looked at all the individual frame times. All of them. Not 0.1% and 1% lows. Like, that would have probably have skewed the anniversary update to be the best.
Yeah.
Because I looked at all the frame times between them. So, looking at every single frame time, you could see the game mode on was tight. And that means smooth when you look at frame time. So, if you just see this... If you got the left indicators on the graphs... If they're really low, narrow, and then that line is really tight, that means that game is just butter coming out in your monitor. So, yeah, frame times are they're a tricky thing. It does take a while to do, like, full-on, like, every single frame analysis, but it's worth it in the end. You get a bigger picture. But at the same time, that's why I like just minimum and average FPS, especially on GPU comparison.
I mean, there's
touchy subject.
There's so much misinformation there and stuff as well, and frame times are good for sure. I don't really want to get into it. Basically, a lot of guys say minimums are useless, and guys who are saying that, I think I don't want to be rude or anything, but I don't think they quite understand, or it depends how it's tested. See, my results are all, and I say this in my videos, but guys seem to ignore it, is that it's all based on an average of 3 runs. So if I've done a GTA 5 pass, I don't just do a 60-second pass, record the result, and put it in a graph, because that is almost always going to lead to an inconsistent result. So
Yeah.
you run it often, especially a game like GTA 5 that gives you odd results. I'll run that once, and that's a cache benchmark.
Yeah.
And then I'll run it 3 more times, and then I take the average of the average frame rate and the average of the minimum
frame rate. Yeah.
And guys think that's like the absolute minimum. So frame time, like the 1% will always be, the 1% can only be at best the same as the minimum.
Yeah.
Otherwise it'll be a bit lower.
Yeah.
And then the 0.1's obviously going to be lower.
The 1%. Wait. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
the 0.1% is, I mean, it's not.
well, basically, the 0.1% can take it from different seconds too. The 1%
Well, it's
low.
just
Yeah.
It's the more extreme minimums.
But essentially it's and then they're converting it to an FPS figure. But minimum is just like, it's always been a solid indicator.
Well, it's minimum frames per second.
yeah.
And then the 0.1 and 1% is converted to the frames per second metric.
Yeah.
So it's from frame time. It's from milliseconds converted.
Yeah. And the thing is, in the past, I've always found that if you've got a properly tuned rig, which is what a benchmarker should have, the minimum should generally be close to those frame dips. And if they're not, then the game's usually crap.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you know, you could say that I'd only, even on an average of 3 runs, guys could say, you know, I'd only hit that minimum once, so it's not valid. But it's like, well, but the frame time doesn't do anything different.
Yeah.
So it's a bit confusing. I think it's just how guys interpret it.
At the end of the day, it's like, you can do what you want.
Eventually, I'll probably move to the frame time for the minimum and go for the 1%, because it's very similar to the minimum frame rate anyway for the most part.
Minimum is so simple for the viewers, especially guys, especially for casuals. Guys are like, look, this is a GTX 1060 or an RX 580. Oh, it's performing like this. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna go buy it. And then you start putting like 1% lows, 1%. These guys are gonna be like, what is this?
Well, that's it. I would have probably done what Steve from Gamers Nexus has done. Talk to Steve a lot. He's like,
0.00001% low. We could actually do that.
So
like
that's the lowest frame.
Yeah, the worst. Like
frame.
we could go through the whole graph, guys, and that's what I might start doing. Remember, I told you that I was like, well, let's just look at the worst frame. Like, forget about the 0.1% and 1%. So let's just get the worst frame that was recorded, the gap between that, and then put it into an FPS figure.
Yeah, so for the guys that understand, that's the frame within the second.
Yeah.
So this is just completely pointless and stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you could get extremely low on everything, basically.
You could, yeah. So.
I mean, if I suppose it was the average of 3 again, it doesn't matter
and then
too much.
Play John Bellion, all-time low. Low, 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 low.
That's a Tech City version.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, like you were saying, the reason why I haven't gone with the Gamers Nexus approach, which, and mind you, I was testing the 0.1% and 1% well before I became a YouTuber. So we were doing that on, that became important with multi-GPUs quite a while ago. We did it then, but for single GPUs, it just wasn't that. Once they fixed the drivers up, and that all blew over years ago. For single GPUs, it wasn't really that important.
And Crossfire and SLI is kind of like, I've never been a Crossfire and SLI
I
guy.
tell every viewer, just stay away from it. If you've got money to burn and you want to play around with it, but if you're trying to build your PC to get the most bang for your buck, a good value system, don't even think about SLI or Crossfire, and they both suck equally.
Yeah.
So.
They suck as much as the other.
Yeah, I wouldn't say one's, guys are always like, oh no, SLI scales better or Crossfire scales better. It's like, well, it depends on the game, and most games don't offer great support these days. But yeah, so we did a poll way back. Do you want...
That was funny, man. In between that word, you're like...
it's what frame time.
You're getting into it. This is good. Like, people want to see Steve get into it on a live, man. See, you could just... Steve was telling me he hadn't done much live. Like, you haven't done much...
Well, see, this is so much better talking to you sitting next to Bryan. Because guys don't understand, like, and Kevin will experience this as well. Like, you've got nothing to go on. It's delayed.
Dude,
so
Kev's got his punchline. He's got the... You know what it is.
Well, it's interesting.
That's interesting.
It is interesting, though.
Well, no. Is it as interesting as if it was interesting as interesting as it was to Kev?
Well, we're going to have to get Kev in to answer that.
Okay, Kev, where are you?
But it's totally... sitting next to you, it's totally different than when you stream from your webcam. And it's a lot easier to interact and chat with you than it is.
Can you feel the energy?
Oh, yeah. I can feel the energy, And, I can punch Bryan when he gets out of line.
Yeah. Even though... Like, we got to do an arm wrestle one day. We can't do it now. Like, look at this.
It's fine.
I
don't think we need to.
This is a mess.
We don't need to do that.
This is a mess.
No one wants to see that.
No one wants to see it. Do you want to see it, guys? Go in the comments. You want to see it? Me and Steve arm wrestle one day. Anyway, we can't do it here. It's like, we got all our gear set up, but we could probably move the camera over there and like do it on your Rocket mobile desk.
Don't break
keyboard.
anything in my room, otherwise you're paying for it.
Mechanical switches. We'll put them to the test.
Dishwasher unboxed.
Yeah.
Stop with the dishwasher stuff.
Yeah. The dishwashers. Oh, people going crazy on dishwashers. So, yeah, all right, man. The giveaway winners were announced, so we'll quickly go over the end of the live for the people because we're going to shut down the stream soon because we're going to get ready to go to a party. And then tomorrow, guys, Computex coverage coming out. There'll be the Vega announcement too. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Pretty sure. There's AMD event tomorrow.
They better be.
And then we've also got some really cool stuff. There's apparently a lot of cool products coming out at Computex, and that's the thing. Computex is like the event where a lot of the companies release their new products.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of stuff announced.
Yeah, there's even an RGB chair. Like, no crap. Legit. RGB chair coming. I'm doing a video on it.
I don't
So there's an RGB chair coming, guys. Like, legit. Like, who would it, like, and the other thing is, it actually looks good.
Yeah,
like,
I
saw
honestly
it.
can't say I'm surprised.
I was thinking to myself, if they had to do an RGB chair, they actually did it okay. Like, I looked at it. It's subtle. It's not like bling bling. It's actually like...
That's the sad thing though. 2017, and I can honestly say I'm not surprised we have an RGB chair.
Yeah.
And that Bryan's reviewing it.
I'm not reviewing. I'm just covering it. Like, so I'll be having a look at it.
You'll end up reviewing it.
Okay, yeah, probably will. Okay, so we'll go back to the giveaway winners. Just lastly, we'll show them. We had... we'll drop our... I think we can just go like this. We'll go a little here. And we got the giveaway winners here. Julius Barnaskas from Republic of Lithuania and Christopher Del Rosario from the Philippines. Congratulations, guys. They're the two giveaway winners for the monitors. And also go in the comments if you guys want requests for videos and stuff. Yeah, like your videos too, right? Requests, upvotes on
and
those
watch my
requests.
Computex videos.
Watch mine first.
Actually, there's more of you in my videos than there is of me at the moment.
Yeah, man, you went crazy, like, and the roasting on the other one.
Yeah,
like,
I roast Bryan good in my first video,
yeah,
so
that's good, man. I got to get you back. Like, when I get him back, he's gonna have to be able to take it, eh? It's like, so that's the thing, like. Sometimes you go on my comment section, man. I shut you down so hard. I do.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Anyway, guys, we love you. Thanks for tuning in. Absolutely amazing. Taiwan is really cool. I'm loving this place. I was like, wow, this is really one of the coolest Asian cities to go to, if not one of the coolest places in the world to go to. Can highly recommend. I've been just loving this place since I've been here for only a few days. It's really good. Street food is phenomenal. The tech, of course, you got the tech here. Computex is going to be really good. I mean, mind you, I've heard the weather has been pretty good. Like, usually it's a lot hotter, and I'm thankful for that because the weather's actually nice at the moment. I'm really liking that.
Today was really good. It wasn't too humid at all.
So, yeah, I heard, like, last year it was apparently, like, 40-something. Like, whoa. Like, no thank you. But this year's really good.
At least the event's air-conditioned, though. So.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Congratulations to the giveaway winners. And also, we'll be giving you guys a lot more Computex coverage. And you got any closing statements, Mr. Hardware Unnizzled?
No, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.
All right, guys. Peace out for now. You like that, didn't you? Hardware Unnizzled. I've been meaning to say that on a live and on a video. Hardware Unnizzled. All right. See you guys. Peace out. Bye.